And welcome back for game number 2 of tonight's action. And we got the Millard South boys taking on the number 1 top-ranked undefeated Millard North Mustangs. Thank you for tuning in to Millard South Media. Joey Kirkle alongside Dylan Schiesler. Dylan, we should have an exciting one on our hands tonight.
Yeah, excited to be here. It's going to be a great one.
Yeah, and looking at both of these teams, the Mustangs have had a tremendous start to the season. We mentioned top ranked in the state, 14th in the nation. They're undefeated as we see them getting warmed up right behind us. They're coming off some big wins. Their last game was against number 4 Central. They trailed early but came away with a large win. We also know that state championship game, Metro championship game against number 2 Bell West, where they had a huge overtime victory led by St. Thomas's 48 points. So this team has earned that record. They have earned that top spot, and they're ready to play tonight. While the Patriots 5-5 on the season, but they've won 3 of their last 4 games. Their only loss in that stretch coming to 11-1 Creighton Prep. So both teams have momentum on their side. They're ready to go, and tonight we could see some fireworks from each of these teams. So we're going to look at who's been leading each of these teams. So Dylan, tell us about this Millard North team and who's been leading them this year.
Yeah, St. Thomas has really stepped up. He's playing a great role. He's averaging around 23 points on the season, and in that game of the year, Bell West versus Millard North, he had 48 points. Great performance, and then obviously 5-star guard Millard.
Those 2 stars that are almost impossible to limit, but it was so far beyond that. They have so many role players that do so much damage. A guy like Jason Green, who will be a future Division I player. You could say the same for a guy like Jaden Johnson. They have so much talent on this team. You can get hurt from so many different areas playing against the Mustangs. And looking at the Patriots, they've been led by Michael Harding. He's averaging over 10 points a game, about 4 rebounds. He's been tremendous. But he, just like many other guys in this team, they hit you in so many areas other than scoring. They can do so much more than what the numbers show. They move the ball, they defend, they do whatever it takes to help their team get the victory. And that's what makes them so difficult, is that they can strike from so many different ways. So many different players could step up and have that huge performance. And then looking tonight at the keys to victory, what can Millard South do to contend and compete with the top-ranked team in the state?
Yeah, they're really going to have to step it up on the defensive end, because in a team like Millard North, they're so good. You're not going to be able to win this game in a shootout. You're going to have to play help side defense, and you really can't have any defensive lapses. And then you're going to have to turn around on the offensive end and be aggressive. You can't turn the ball over. You can't make long passes because of all these 6'7" guards. You can't make long passes. They're just going to tip it away. And then when they do get those tip passes off turnovers, you're going to have to limit their transition and stop them early.
Yeah, and then looking at the Mustangs, it's a little more difficult because they are so heavily favored in this game that it's hard to put it down to 1 or 2 points in this game because everything's in their court. So for them, really, first of all, they just need to stay smart, not overthink it, and follow the game plan. This coach knows what he's doing. Coach Cannon just got his 500th career victory against Omaha Central on Tuesday. So he's a guy that's, he knows exactly what he's doing. He's a veteran of the game. So they got to follow that. Also, what I would say for them is be aggressive, drive the lane. And the Patriots have dealt with a lot of foul trouble in recent games. So if you can drive, be aggressive, make guys like Lance Rucker and Jack Cooper rely on help defense and draw those fouls, they could be missing big minutes because they're dealing with foul trouble, and that would really open up a lot of inside looks for this Millard North team we see right here. We know that elite athleticism and strong ability to finish at the rim has made them so deadly and such a scary team. And so for Millard North right now, they just have to be ready to take advantage of the Patriots' mistakes. You had said the Patriots need to work on not turning it over, and they've improved lately, but that's still been a struggle there. So they need to be ready. I think without a doubt Millard North has the best transition offense in the state. So if there are any loose balls, they need to be flying for those, get numbers on the fast break, and really make the Patriots pay for any mistakes made. So looking at this game, about enough is said. We're ready. Everyone's ready to get underway. Now, we got a few more minutes before we get started, so we're going to take a quick break while they introduce the starting lineups for this game. But when we return, it'll be your Millard South Patriots battling with the top-ranked 14-0 Millard North Mustangs. We'll see you then. talking.
It's good. It's
yeah,
good.
we're good. And welcome back to Millard South High School. It's finally time for tip-off as your 5-5 Patriots go up against the top team in the state, the 14th best team in the nation, the Millard North Mustangs. Mustangs win the tip, and here's Jaden Johnson with it. Joey Kirkle alongside Dylan Schiesler.
Millard South coming out in the 3-2 zone here. We know we love to shoot. We know they love to switch it up.
St. Thomas misses that three. Quick fast break look here, but a miscommunication between Gage Stanger and Michael Harding. A quick Patriot turnover.
Yeah, for Millard South, when you get lucky breaks like that, this is a game where you have to capitalize on all opportunities.
Yeah, if you're not taking advantage of the turnovers you force and those rebounds, those fast breaks, going to put yourself in a lot of trouble. Hunter Salas swings that one to Jaden Johnson. Inside look. Tyler Sandoval with the slam. 40 seconds into it, and we got our first dunk of the game. Might be seeing a lot more of those tonight. Gage Stanger looks to drive this one inside. Sees Michael Harding on the back cut. Great finish there by Michael Harding, the reverse. What a shot there from Harding. He's their leading scorer coming off a 17-point game. Nice shot there. Nice rebound by Lance Rucker. You can feel the atmosphere in this place. The first time all year we've seen a student section, and both sides are repping Millard North. We hear right now, and we see the Patriots student section as well. Gage Stanger inside. Again, Harding on the back cut. Finds Lance Rucker this side, loses his footing, sticks with it. Kicking outside to Cooper. Defense by St. Thomas. And Jack Cooper does draw the foul.
Yeah, for Millard South, when they're in that 3-2 zone, the best way to beat it is getting it baseline. You already saw them do that once, and you cannot let the ball get baseline. That is the biggest emphasis with a 3-2 zone.
That could be something we see them doing a lot this game. Inbounds for Blake Stanger. Thought about finding Cooper inside, decides to lob that one up. Let Gage Stanger run back, chase that. Minute and a half in, 2 points apiece. And in their last meeting last season, it was a 2-point game at half, and the Patriots were leading at Millard North. Now a huge third quarter swing by the Mustangs where they outscored the Patriots by 25, gave them a 17-point victory. But for the Patriots, you have to have a lick of confidence knowing that you've seen what you are capable of doing against this team. And another foul called on the Mustangs. It's going the Patriots' way. That one on Tyler Sandoval, the big for the Mustangs. I feel like big doesn't do it enough because you look at this whole team for the Mustangs, and they've got a huge size advantage all around. One of their biggest strengths on this team.
Yeah, Millard South forcing easy misses so far, so they're really going to have to start capitalizing on Millard North's cold shooting.
Yeah, you want to force the Mustangs to have to deal with those contested shots. Gage Stanger swinging a Blake Stanger on the cut. There they are, 2 more for the Patriots. They lead 4-2. Minute in, you already see a lot of intensity from Coach Lucian on the bench. He's going back and forth, really talking to his team. Inside look here for Jason Green. Loses that ball, but a foul will be called on Jack Cooper. Overly aggressive there was Cooper. And we had talked pregame. Jack Cooper and Lance Rucker, 2 guys that really cannot afford to get into early foul trouble. It's happened to them a lot recently, and that resulted in them missing a lot of minutes throughout the game.
Yeah, they're going to need that size in this one.
St. Thomas, the pump fake, goes for the 3. That one left short. Rebound going to Michael Harding. Patriots quickly work, and Jaden Johnson almost got that pass. Here's Lance Rucker trying to back him down. Gage Stanger kicks to Blake Stanger.
Millard South already coming out with a lot of energy. I know that was a big emphasis for Lucian in this game.
They want to set the tone early, show the Mustangs that this team needs to be taken seriously. Back to Blake Stanger. Now they're taking their time, trying to get a smart offensive possession. We already see 2 players ready to sub in for Millard South. That's Brock Murtaugh and Will Cooper. Nice defense here from the Mustangs, not giving up any good looks for Millard South.
Yeah, they're just so lengthy, it's really hard to score and get past.
It's honestly surprising the Patriots have gotten as many inside passes as they have with that length of the Mustangs, like you were saying.
Yeah.
They shut down a lot of those inside looks. Still trying to find somewhere to go on offense. The kick to Lance Rucker and a big finish at the hoop. 6-2 Patriots with 4:40 remaining.
Millard South already taking the momentum in this one, and that's what you need to do against a team this good.
Hunter Salas takes it up, and I think we all know about Hunter Salas, the 5-star recruit, highest recruit in Nebraska high school history. Gives that to Jaden Johnson, who misses the 3. Hunter Salas, 13th on the ESPN 100, number 6 recruit on 24/7 Sports. He's a guy that's brought a lot of excitement to the state of Nebraska in high school sports. Blake Stanger taken inside, tried to fade, looking for Lance Rucker inside, loses that ball. Jaden Johnson with it, and they're going to quickly push this one down court. Here's St. Thomas going inside. Jason Green, and gets that one in for 2. We saw Jack Cooper try and recover, but was just too late.
Yeah, Millard South and the Mustangs both looking to get to the rim early here.
Halfway through the quarter, low scoring affair right now, 6-4. And Gage Stanger's having some troubles right now with Hunter Salas guarding him, trying to create some opportunities, but not a lot there. Couldn't find Lance Rucker inside. Michael Harding will take it to the cup, gets that in for 2. Michael Harding, a great start to this game. One of the biggest leaders on this team. They'll need to see a lot from him this game. Hunter Salas going to Jaden Johnson. Jason Green looking for St. Thomas inside. Forces that look, but gets it in for 2. That shows the size advantage. Had 3 defenders in his area. Still able to put that in for 2.
Yeah, that's that baseline we see again there.
Lance Rucker loses that, but luckily Jack Cooper's right there, and he hits the 3. Jack Cooper, last year was a sharpshooter, has had some struggles, but there he is, his first shot of the game, connecting from the corner. 11-6, Millard South leads. As we see, stepping out of bounds is St. Thomas. Patriot ball, and the atmosphere here at Millard South is the best we've seen all season. A timeout called by the Mustangs. Patriots with the start they were looking for. They lead 11-6, 2:42 to go in the first quarter. We'll take a quick break and be right back. Back from the timeout. Inbound look here for Millard South after that Mustang turnover. They lead 11-6. Trying to build off of that good start. The Patriots need to do as much as possible. We see Brock Murtaugh taking it up. Here's Will Cooper, takes the three. Will Cooper's got it. First Jack Cooper hits the right corner three. Here's freshman Will Cooper with the left corner three. He's been a sharpshooter all year. There he is, knocking it down. 14-6 lead. And then there's Hunter Salas, the mid-range, no good. Rebound, Lance Rucker. And every missed shot from the Mustangs results in a lot of excitement from the crowd.
Millard South getting whatever they want right now.
Brock Murtaugh, guarded by Jason Green. Gage Stanger on the drive. He's going to take this one all the way. Rejected by Salas. No goaltending call. And he gets that one to fall. That's St. Thomas. A lot of people unhappy, including Coach Lucian, that they did not get that call. Tyler Sandoval with the steal. Here come the Mustangs. Jaden Johnson across. Here's Hunter Salas. There he is, finishing for two. 14-10. Timeout called by the Patriots, and Lucian is very unhappy that he did not get that call. We saw on the other end that take looked like that ball hit the backboard before Hunter Salas rejected it. They didn't get the call. Lucian still talking to the referees. But all in all, a good start for the Patriots. That last minute not going their way. Quick 4 points for the Mustangs.
Yeah, Millard South really got to bounce back coming out of this timeout.
Yep, they need to remain calm. Realize that right now they're beating the top team in the state by 4. They're playing great. They got to continue what they're doing. Their offense, the last few plays, they've had to approach it a little slower. They haven't had as many great looks, but they've been calm. They've waited till they've gotten the right looks. We have yet to see them force any shots, which I've loved from them so far this game. Coming back from the timeout, it'll be Michael Harding inbounding. 1:38 remaining in the first quarter.
Millard North is going to start to pressure the ball in the press, and with how lengthy they are, you really have to get it up the floor and get up the floor quick. And when they have, they got that wide open Will Cooper three.
Yep. Harding goes into Blake Stanger. Moves this one to Murtaugh, guarded by Salas. Feeds it to Blake Stanger. He looks to take it inside. Gets that one in for two. Nice finish there from Blake Stanger. With the size of the Mustangs, it's surprising to see how well the Patriots have been finishing inside. Sandoval loses that ball, but it goes right to Green, who draws the foul going up. We'll see who that one's called on.
I think that one
That'll
on
be
Will.
on Michael Harding, his first of the game. Team's second foul.
Great pass there, though.
Yeah. Jason Green knocks down the first, and Jason Green, when you hear this team, you think Hunter Salas, you think St. Thomas, but don't sleep on a guy like Green. He's averaging 12 and 8, but he's a guy where next year when these guys are graduated, he is going to shine. He's already had big offers from teams like Iowa State, and we're going to see a lot more racking in this next season. And he can't hit that second free throw, so it's Brock Murtaugh with it.
Yeah, and Jason Green is really good for them on the defensive end, as you see in that trap there.
Yep. But Murtaugh does get out of it. 1:05 remaining in the first quarter. Back to Blake Stanger. Like we mentioned a minute ago, they're being patient, taking their time on offense. As Murtaugh looks to drive, kicks it to Jack Cooper, who loses that ball. Could have had a good take at the rim, but now 50 seconds left. They're going to reset the offense yet again. Blake Stanger loses that ball. Great steal. Jaden Johnson poking that one loose and taking possession. And he's working it down court. 38 seconds now. He draws the foul. That one will be on Blake Stanger. Jaden Johnson's a guy that doesn't have numbers that'll necessarily wow you, but he's almost similar to a guy like Blake Stanger, where he'll come through in any area you need him. He has that intensity, that strong defense, and he can move the ball when needed. Inbound look here. It'll be Jaden Johnson starting with it. Gives that to St. Thomas. He pulls up from beyond the arc. No good. Rebound, Lance Rucker.
Yeah, and the stars that we talked about pregame, really not for Millard South stepping up, but for Millard North, we haven't seen much from them yet.
Gage Stanger with it, 20 seconds to go.
Great move. Good pass.
And he gets it inside. Gets the finish. Lance Rucker. Great play from the Patriots. 10 seconds remaining. They're going to push this one down. It's Hunter Salas with it. This is the guy you want with the ball. Nearly lost it. Goes up with that mid-range. Blocked by Rucker. Fight for the ball. That'll be a foul on the ground with 0.5 seconds remaining. That one will be called. That one's on Jack Cooper, and great leadership there from Gage Stanger. Right after that foul, you see him start motioning to his team. Lob. He knows with that size and with the time left, they're going to try and just lob it up to whoever they can, likely Sandoval, if not him. Salas is the guy to watch right now, or Green. They go to Green. He can't get that one up in time, so that'll do it for the first quarter. Your Millard South Patriots lead 18-11. This stadium is awfully excited for what could be coming in the next 3 quarters of basketball. We will take a quick break, and we'll be back for the second quarter of action. Back for quarter number 2. Your Millard South Patriots up 18-11 after a high-intensity quarter. And the Patriots have thrived on the inside game. They've found some great back cuts. They've been very mobile on offense, getting a lot of inside opportunities that they've taken advantage of. And the defense, for the most part, has been very good. They're making the Mustangs resort to contested shots, and they've struggled. They have not been able to perform beyond the arc. And it'll be the Patriots starting with it.
Yeah, we talked before the game. Millard South really needs to keep their foot on the gas pedal.
And a foul called on Hunter Salas. That'll be his first of the game. And I think it goes without saying, if you could get some of these bigger guys in foul trouble early, we'd mentioned it for the Patriots, but going to the Mustangs, that'd be huge if Salas or Thomas getting some early foul trouble. Doesn't look like that'll be the case. But if the Patriots keep attacking the rim, that could be a possibility. Going to Rucker on the elbow, goes back to Gage Stanger. Gage Stanger looks taken inside, stumbles, and they're going to call him for the travel. I'll tell you what, that was an impressive play by Stanger. As he's fallen, got the pass off to Lance Rucker. Difficult play to make there. It'll be Jaden Johnson taking it up for the Mustangs. And we're seeing both teams changing the rotation up a little bit, but for the majority, sticking with their big guys. Crucial players getting a lot of minutes early in this game. Going inside, here's Hunter Salas with it, contested, can't get it to go. And Will Cooper there did not have to worry about that ball, but it flew right at him. Reflexes made him catch that one, and it'll be an inbound look here for the Mustangs. And yet again, a positive note for the Patriots. Hunter Salas with the look down low was given no room to operate. Did not get a good.
Yeah, and for Millard North, you're down now. You cannot start settling. You got to stick to what you're good at, and that's getting down the baseline.
Great play there by St. Thomas, driving the baseline, putting that in for 2, making it a 5-point game just 1 minute into the second quarter.
And we've seen them pushing that baseline early here. I think that's 6 points off that now.
Michael Harding with it on the corner. Going right back to Blake Stanger. Patriots yet again being patient. We've seen the two Stangers stay up top for the majority of their plays. And then we see them drive and kick at the last second like Stanger was doing there, trying to drive and find some sort of opportunity for this Patriot offense. Being extremely patient. Going right back to Blake Stanger. Lance Rucker with it on the free throw line, goes right back to Gage.
Not many turnovers from Millard South here, being very smart with the basketball. It's not something we see from them a lot often.
You can tell us something that Lucian emphasized. Will Cooper can't get the three to fall. Rebound goes to the Mustangs. That was David Harmon grabbing it. Now St. Thomas going to Hunter Salas. He elevates and puts that in for two. It's an 18-15 game. Mustangs really starting to improve their inside looks. But here's Will Cooper. He's going to pull the trigger again, and Will Cooper connects. His second three, and all three of his attempts from beyond the arc have been from that corner. Just a freshman, his role's increasing, and it seems like just about the majority of his game has been from beyond the arc. He is a sharp shooter.
Yeah, and in big games like this, his confidence is sure to go up.
But what a response there from St. Thomas, knocking down the three. The Patriots wanted a travel call there on Jaden Johnson, didn't get it, and there's St. Thomas knocking that one down. 21-18, 5:30 remaining in the first half, and Stanger loses that ball. Jaden Johnson to Hunter Salas. He saves that one, and a great look there for St. Thomas, deflecting off of the Patriots. Great effort play there from Hunter Salas, not letting that one go out. And this is where the Mustangs will get you, that athleticism. They're always there to make those effort plays. Blake Stanger with some tough defense from Jaden Johnson, and he will be called for a foul. And for Jaden Johnson, that is his first foul call of the game, as we see Tyler Sandoval and Jason Green checking back in for David Harmon and Colin Money.
And you see Millard South starting to get a little bit flustered with that pressure, and you just got to stay under control and be strong with the basketball.
For the Patriots, a couple players checking in, and Trey Mosman now with the ball. He is in for the first time this game. Brock Murtaugh with it, guarded by Salas. He goes right back to Blake Stanger. Michael Harding now top of the key, trying to put some work in on Jason Green, but no opportunities, so he goes right back to Murtaugh.
Yeah, and when you get into that middle,
and a great steal, fast break here for Hunter Salas. There it is. We were waiting to see the power. Throwing it down on the fast break, what the Mustangs do best. And we know you give them a great fast break and you will pay for it. You had mentioned the Patriots done a good job limiting the turnovers, but right now we're seeing the Mustangs increase the intensity, and Lucian has no opportunity but to call a timeout. You see he's frustrated now. Now the Mustangs get that lead back. They're up 22-21. We will take a quick break during this timeout and be back in just a minute. Back from the timeout, 4:24 to go in the first half. Mustangs lead by 1.
Quick momentum shift there, but they got to get back for the Patriots, got to get back into this game.
And we've seen these Mustangs are able to turn any game like that. Against Omaha Central on Tuesday, they trailed 16-5. They were dealing with an early deficit, but then they struck and ended up winning that game by a pretty good margin. We know they can quickly take over any game they're in. Right now, Blake Stanger with limited options, but he's going to try and take this one all the way, and he will be called for a travel. Another Patriot turnover, something they did so well in the first quarter, But right now, we're seeing them start to struggle on offense.
Yeah, and right when they started turning over the ball is right when you see the momentum shift, and Mustangs capitalized on it.
Jaden Johnson takes it up, just under 4 minutes remaining. And in that last game against Central, they ended up winning by 11. And the starting five for Millard North were the only players that scored in that game. It shows how big of a role this starting five plays. They provide just about all the offense for this team as Jason Green gets that one back to Johnson. He goes for St. Thomas, takes the contested three and knocks it down. St. Thomas is feeling it. Knocks down the tray. He's got 14 points already.
Yeah, and we talked about that before the game. Just such an electrifying score.
You hear Millard North, the first thing that comes to your mind is Hunter Salas, but you cannot let up on St. Thomas. We had mentioned, statistically, St. Thomas has been the best player on this team. He's leading in just about every category. As we see Mosman have to pick up his dribble and go right back to Stanger. 3 minutes remaining. Mustangs lead by 5, and that'll be a blocking foul on Salas, his second of the game.
Yeah, that's a quick 2 fouls on Hunter Salas. You got to be careful here. Can't pick up that third in a game this close.
Michael Harding checks in for Jack Cooper. And we also see Nick Dolezal come in for Hunter Salas because, like we talked about, 2 fouls. Don't want to risk getting him a third this soon in the game. Stanger guarded by Thomas. Going back to Mosman. And they're going to call a foul there on St. Thomas. And Thomas is very upset about that call. You see him visually very unhappy. That's his second foul of the game as well. Will Cooper coming in for Trey Mosman, and Hunter Salas will come right back in. And he's coming in for Dolezal, who just checked in for Salas about 30 seconds ago. Gage Stanger will be leading the offense for the Patriots right now. Going to take his time getting that ball across half court. 2:40 remaining in the first half. Patriots trying to get that momentum back as Stanger almost loses that ball. Goes to Rucker, takes the short range jumper, no good. Rebound Hunter Salas. The Patriots last game against Lincoln High. Sorry, there's Jason Green with the finish at the rim. The last game against Lincoln High, we saw Rucker with an amazing start to the game, had 11 points early, but then struggled to get that offense going, and we really haven't seen much from Rucker in this game. Had a quick 4 points, but since then, not much activity from him.
Yeah, and great pass from Hunter Salas before the game. Before the game, we talked about his court vision, how he loves to get his teammates involved, and you're seeing that now.
Gage Stanger taking his time. And that Mustang student section getting awfully rowdy. That's what you like to see. The first game back with student sections. Both student sections are trying to get going.
Mustangs not putting any pressure because they're scared of getting those second fouls.
And now finally Thomas will come up and play on Gage Stanger. And he almost gets the steal. Fast break opportunity. Hunter Salas, the hop step, and puts that in for 2. Great play there from St. Thomas and Hunter Salas. You want St. Thomas to guard you, get up close, well, he'll take advantage. Pokes that ball loose. Hunter Salas able to take the fast break and put it in for 2. 8-point lead for the Mustangs, 1:15 remaining in the first half.
Yeah, Patriots got to start being strong with the ball. Can't afford big turnovers like that in this game.
Harding takes it inside, has nowhere to go. Back to Gage Stanger. That ball tipped, but Stanger sticks with it out to Will Cooper. His corner 3. That one too much on it. Rebound Jason Green. Jaden Johnson takes it up just under a minute remaining. Going to the corner, middle, that's Tyler Sandoval finishing at the rim, and it's a 10-point lead for the Mustangs. What a swing for Millard North. Best team in the state, and they're showing it right now with the performance we've seen in the second quarter. Patriots only 3 points in this second quarter.
That's the thing with Millard North. They're not going to let them, not going to let a team like Millard South jump on them early and not respond.
Gage Stanger gets it inside to Rucker. He pump fakes, goes up. Great decision by Rucker, but cannot finish. That bounces off Rucker.
Just got too far under the basket there.
So 21 seconds remain. The Mustangs will likely hold for the final shot. Jaden Johnson taking it up. Now 13 seconds remaining. And this is an area where the Mustangs are in a great position because they have so many options to go to with that final shot, but they're going to go with a deep Thomas 3, but an offensive rebound here from Sandoval. His jumper short, and that one will be no good. So that'll do it for the first half. An incredible second quarter from the Mustangs holds the Patriots to 3 and gives them a 10-point lead going into the break. We will take a time for the next 10 minutes, and when we come back, we'll see what the Patriots can do in our second half of action here on Millard South Media. And we are back for half number 2. After the Patriots had a great first quarter, the Mustangs really took advantage in the second, and they lead 31-21 at half. St. Thomas has led the charge with 14 points, while Hunter Salas has 8 and 2 steals to go along with that. Now, they both have 2 fouls in the game, so that's something you need to eyeball, but not a huge concern for them at the moment.
Yeah, we talked about St. Thomas before the game. Such a great scorer. He's a 3-level scorer. He can score from anywhere on the floor.
And that's exactly what we've seen him do. We've seen some inside looks. We've seen him knock them down from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and that's what makes him so effective.
And for the team, they have not been very successful from 3. They're 2 for 8. But really right now, all's going well with the way that second half ended. We got Hunter Salas with it, going for a short-range shot, and wow. Hunter Salas just looking unstoppable with that move.
Yeah, that one got tipped and still went in.
And you were talking about earlier today, that short range and mid range for Hunter Salas is just almost unstoppable. It doesn't matter how you defend it. If it's not blocked, there's a good chance it's going in.
Yeah, it's so hard to guard because you're expecting he's going to drive, so you have to back up, and you can't recover in time with his long wingspan.
Gage Stanger tried to find Blake on the back cut, was unsuccessful. The defense got there. That's how the Patriots saw the majority of their offense in the first quarter, but not the same luck as Hunter Salas knocking down the 3. 15-point lead for the Mustangs. This team wins their games this year by an average of 24 points, and we're starting to see them get closer and closer to that number. Inside look here for Jack Cooper. Nice feed. Gets Salas jumping and puts that in for 2. Jack Cooper, last year the leading scorer for the Patriots, has a little bit of inconsistency on offense this year. And Salas can't knock down that 3 offensive rebound. Jaden Johnson and puts that one in for 2. Nice job following the ball for the offensive board and throws that one in.
Yeah, and you got to box out against this team. They don't fail on second chance opportunities.
Something you can't afford to give them if you want to contend with the best. 15-point lead. Gage Stanger with the ball. Going to Jack Cooper. His 3 well off the mark. Here in that student section right now for the Mustangs. St. Thomas can't connect from beyond the arc. Rebound Harding.
Yeah, and in this half, just firing every shot, no matter how much space they have.
Right now, the Patriots need to get that success back that they had in the first quarter on offense. They look lost right now. They don't know how to get open looks. And right there, they had an open Jack Cooper, but couldn't find him. Michael Harding, a nice aggressive take. No luck. But there's Jack Cooper with the offensive rebound. Goes back to Blake Stanger. Harding had a great mid-range shot, decided to pass on it, but he does draw a foul a second later.
Yeah, and when you get it to the middle on this defense, you have to have cutters. It's wide open if you have cutters, and they're not doing that in the second half.
Right there with 4 guys around him, taking that step to go inside isn't going to get you a lot of luck unless, like you're saying, everyone closes in on you, you have a guy cutting baseline.
Yeah, and all the Millard North defenders had their heads turned, so they will not see you cutting. Great opportunity for a back cut.
In the corner, that's Harding, goes up to Lance Rucker. Patriots quickly swinging that ball. Gage Stanger takes it inside, nowhere to kick it out to. Patriots are going to reset the offense again. 5:20 to go in the third quarter, trailing by 15. It's 38-23. Gage Stanger drives inside, pump faking, and they had Will Cooper on the back cut, couldn't get that pass off to him, and it's Jason Green getting that ball and taking it up.
Those cuts we're talking about, you just got to have a better pass.
And that pass just a little behind him. Now Jaden Johnson trying to find St. Thomas inside. Aggressive approach there from Michael Harding is what you like to see, but made some contact and is called for the foul. I believe that is his second of the game. And we'll see Murtaugh and Jack Cooper check back into the game for Lance Rucker and Gage Stanger. That is St. Thomas with it in the corner. Goes back up to Jaden Johnson. Tyler Sandoval with it. That's Colin Money going up. The deep 3 here. Too much on it. And it'll be Blake Stanger getting the rebound, trying to quickly push that ball down. Jack Cooper works it inside, and they're going to call a blocking foul on the Mustangs.
Way to push it in transition for Millard South.
That foul called on Colin Money, senior for the Mustangs. One thing looking at this Millard North team is that it's kind of a crossover between ages. They have a lot of seniors this year, a lot of star seniors, but they also have a lot of very young players that are talented. So you'll still see a lot of success from the Mustangs even after this year. But you know, next year they're going to have a decrease. They're not going to have quite the star talent they do. But it should be a pretty quick turnover, and they're still going to be a contender in the state.
Yeah, and having those older players, much like in the NBA with like older players like Tim Duncan and stuff, they would keep them around just for motivation and like just leadership. And they're definitely all year this year is going to be able to mentor those guys and hopefully turn them into greater players.
Yeah, right now, all these seniors, they're obviously serving as guys you want to help lead your team on the court, but they got to lead a lot more. They have to lead these players. They have to teach him what to do, how they can lead the next year when these seniors are no longer there. And that's something that they've done a great job of. And we'll see what this Mustang team can do in the coming years.
Yeah, definitely going to take a step back, but I bet they'll bounce back soon.
Definitely. So coming out of the timeout, we'll see what the Patriots have drawn up. And right now on offense, they need to get some sort of success. Had 18 points in the first quarter. We're almost halfway through the third quarter. They have 23. Just no buckets falling for him as that pass is immediately stolen. Fast break opportunity here. St. Thomas taking it inside, going up strong, and stuffed is Jason Green twice in a row. Stuffed by the rim, then stuffed by Jack Cooper. It'll be an inbound pass under the basket for Jaden Johnson.
Yeah, it's too many turnovers from Millard South right now. That's just not on Millard South. That's great defense by Millard North.
3 from Jason Green, no good, and a foul will be called. That's going to be on the Mustangs. That'll be on number 30, Colin Money. That is his second foul of the game. Patriots have got to work it quick right now. Brock Murtaugh taking it up, guarded by St. Thomas. Going back to Blake Stanger. Patriots doing the same thing as they did early in the game. They're taking plenty of time on offense, trying to find a good look. And they find Brock Murtaugh on a great back cut. That is exactly what the Patriots need to do. That's how they succeeded early in the game, and they've sort of faded away from it. But we see that back cut doing wonders again.
Yeah, and that's
exactly. And a charge taken by Blake Stanger. And we know he's always willing to put his body on the line for a play. He's doing everything he can to help the Patriots out, forcing that one going their way. The foul on Jaden Johnson, his second of the game. We'll see St. Thomas and Tyler Sandoval check out of this game.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we're talking about with the back cuts. Millard North defenders not doing a great job, turning their heads. Can't see the cuts coming.
Now Gage Stanger leading the offense for Millard South.
Millard South got to get back to that intensity of the first quarter.
Getting some momentum on their side. Now what will they do with it? Inside look for Rucker. Great move by Lance Rucker. Finishing that one for 2. Lance Rucker with 6 points in this game. 3:15 to go. Patriots trailing by 11. 38-27 is your score.
Patriots going on a little run here. Got to work on the defensive end too, though.
Hunter Salas is going to pull up from 3. They gave him room, and he delivers. Hunter Salas knocks down the 3.
That's a great contest, but it came a little too late. You can't let him get those opportunities.
Yep, they faded away from him, and once he started pulling up is when they came at him. Stanger nowhere to go, gives it to Murtaugh, feeds it inside. That was a great feed to Lance Rucker, who couldn't get it, but he regrouped with the ball, however was unable to finish at the hoop.
Yeah, another great cut, which led to that Lance Rucker miss, but
you got to be able to take advantage of those opportunities as Jaden Johnson can't hit the mid-range. The rebound. And a deep pass here to Jack Cooper. Lays that in for 2. Gets that to go. Back down to a 12-point game. Cooper with 7.
A good sign for Millard South. You're starting to get what you want on the offensive end, pushing in transition.
But like you're saying, how are they going to stop him on defense? We see Salas cut baseline and rejected. They stick with it, go up and draw the foul. And we will see Colin Money go to the line for 2.
Patriot fans upset that there wasn't a travel call there.
Yeah, they really wanted that call there. Would have been huge for the Patriots. They've gathered some momentum, and forcing the turnover there could have been huge. Here's Money at the line. a guy who's been a solid role player. He's gotten a decent amount of minutes throughout the season. Hasn't gotten a whole lot of great numbers, but he's a guy that they can use when they have players resting, as we see Will Cooper and Brock Murtaugh check out of this game. Second free throw here from Money, trying to make it a 14-point lead, and he does just that.
Millard North with that big 4 back in the game, so they're really going to have to step it up on the defensive end if you're Millard South.
We'd said it before, but it's so tough guarding the Mustangs because you don't just have to worry about Hunter Salas. You don't just have to worry about St. Thomas. You got 4, even 5 guys, depending on the situation, that you have to work on limiting. Jack Cooper trying to go baseline, loses that ball, but it's off the Mustangs. They'll have an inbound pass under the hoop.
Yeah, and we see teams like this with great offensive players, and sometimes they don't want to work on the offensive or on the defensive end. They just want to get to the rim on the offensive end, but that's not the case with Millard North. We've seen great. We always see great defense from Jason Green and Hunter Salas, and even St. Thomas, and obviously Jaden Johnson.
Yeah, fantastic effort on both sides of the court. Gage Stanger thought about taking the 3, goes inside, takes that mid-range, has no success, rejected by Jason Green. Patriots got to try and get a better look than that. St. Thomas tried to find Hunter Salas inside, loses that ball, does save it before going out of bounds. That'll be Patriot ball.
Yeah, and that's an open floater on most teams. With the length of Millard North, you can't be taking that shot.
Yeah, you look at that big size mismatch with Stanger and Jason Green. You're not going to have a whole luck shooting when he's that close to you.
Yeah, about a 6-inch difference there.
Gage Stanger back with it. 1:35 remaining in the third quarter. Patriots trying to get some momentum before going into the break and entering the fourth quarter. Trey Mosman pulls up from 3. That one short at the rim. Mosman checked in for Jack Cooper just a second ago. It'll be St. Thomas taking it up. Going right back to Thomas. He spins, goes up strong. St. Thomas finishing at the rim. 16-point lead, and St. Thomas with 16 points in the game. And we see that duo doing wonders. St. Thomas and Hunter Salas, each with 16 points in this game. They're both shining. Mosman feeds inside to Rucker. Pump fakes, kicks it out. Blake Stanger, the 3 on the wing. Just off. Rebound Trey Mosman. Kicks it right back out. Stanger feeds inside to Rucker, going up strong and finishing at the rim. And they're going to call a timeout. Patriots liking how they ended that.
Yeah, Lucien always preaching in practice. Good shot for a great shot, and we saw that on that possession. Couldn't get the first one to go, but great pass by Blake Stanger and got the second one to go.
And as a coach, that's exactly what you want to see. You want to see these second chance opportunities. Guys like Trey Mosman right there crashing the boards and trying to get your team the best look. And with that timeout, we'll take a quick break, but when we come back, 43 seconds remain in the third with the Mustangs leading by 14. Back from the break, Mustang ball. Leading by 14, and it'll be Jaden Johnson taking it up.
Yeah, this one not over yet for Millard South, but you're going to have to start getting stops on the defensive end.
Got to be able to limit the stars of Millard North. We're going to see them taking their time right now, going to go for that last shot. Jaden Johnson just sitting with it, swings it over to Hunter Salas. Now 18 seconds on the clock. A screen there from Moni. Now 13 seconds. Hunter's going to drive inside. Nowhere to go. Kicking it out. Jaden Johnson pulls up from 3. 8 seconds. No good. Rebound. Lance Rucker. 5 seconds on the clock. Michael Harding, fast break. Gets that one to fall. 2 seconds remaining. And they are able to get the shot off, but that one falls short. So the Patriots end it with 2. The finish to the quarter that they were looking for. But we'll see. They're going to need a lot more luck going their way in the fourth as they trail by 12. 45-33 is your score. We'll come back in a second for the start of the fourth. Fourth quarter of action here at Millard South. The Patriots 3-1 at home. Their only loss coming to Bellevue West, the number 2 team in the state. And with 8 minutes to play, they're trailing by 12 to the top team in the state, 14th in the nation. It was that second quarter where they slipped, and they've been struggling to work their way back into it ever since. Blake Stanger starts with it, guarded by David Harmon. And that one poked loose by St. Thomas, knocks it out of bounds. It'll stay with Millard South.
Towards the end of that third quarter, we saw them getting Millard South getting a lot of looks on the offensive end and capitalizing, but just not converting on the defensive end.
Can't expect to get back in the game if you can't limit their scores. Great look there. Jack Cooper, fantastic finish at the rim. He's got 9. And Cooper's a guy, he hasn't had a ton of looks tonight, but when he's gotten them, man, has he taken advantage. Salas goes to St. Thomas. Sandoval swings it to a wide open David Harmon. That one well off the mark, and a foul will be called on Jason Green. That is the 15th foul. That is Green's first. And that's something the Patriots like to see. They're getting closer and closer to that bonus. It'll be Gage Stanger with it.
Got a quick stop now. They got to capitalize.
Right back to Gage Stanger. We see Will Cooper getting ready to check in. Inside to Lance Rucker. Going right back to Blake Stanger. And we can see in the corner there, Michael Harding was trying to find a good cut opportunity. And we see him wide open in the corner right now. He takes the 3. No good. Fight for the rebound, and they're going to call a foul on Jack Cooper.
Surprised to see that call there. It looked like Jack Cooper jumped straight up in the air, and it's usually only over the back if you lean forward.
Yeah, it didn't seem like any clear violation there from Jack Cooper, but nevertheless, that'll be his 3rd foul of this game. And Michael Harding will check out as Will Cooper comes in. They're going to get this one right in to Hunter Salas. 10-point game, 6:40 remaining. As Salas loses his balance, goes down. No travel called, but the Patriots like that. They get the fast break. But Jaden Johnson saves it, and they will call him out of bounds. Nice job there by Jaden Johnson. 1, poking that ball loose. 2, trying to dive and save that ball. Nearly did.
Yeah, those long, high-arcing passes. The ball's just in the air too long for these lengthy guards at Millard North. They can easily tip those.
Gage Stanger trying to find somewhere to go. Gets it into Jack Cooper, who will go right to Blake Stanger. Will Cooper's going to pull up for 3. He's got it. Will Cooper, the sharpshooter. His 3rd 3 made this game. Makes it a single-digit game. Patriots trail by 7. And now we're starting to hear this place getting loud. Timeout called by the Mustangs. 6:08 to go. 45-38 is your score. What a play there from the Patriots. Will Cooper's a guy. We had mentioned his role is increasing. He had a decent amount of space, wasn't wide open, but he said, no, I'm going to pull the trigger, and man, was it worth it, knocking down the 3.
Yeah, not a bad contest from Salas, just a better shot.
And looking at it right now, the Patriots deficit, it all comes down to the second quarter. And this is something the Patriots have dealt with for the past few years. We've seen a lot of big games. They go up against top teams and have that one off quarter. I had mentioned earlier this year they lost to 11-1 Creighton Prep. Second quarter, they got outscored 17-2. They outscored Creighton Prep the other 3 quarters. It was just that second quarter. Last year against Millard North, it was the third quarter where they got outscored 26-5. They have to keep their foot on the pedal that whole game. And it's that one quarter where they slip, where now they have to work their way back into this game. But the shot and the last few minutes we've seen from the Patriots have been great. A promising start for the Patriots if they want to perform.
And now with this
comeback.
momentum shift, if you're Millard North, you cannot start to settle. You've been getting whatever you want on the offensive end, and you just got to keep sticking to that. And then if you're Millard South, you can do all you want on the offensive end, but if you can't stop the Stars of Millard North, it's not going to end up well.
Exactly. What the Patriots have to keep in mind is with the abilities and athleticism of the Mustangs, that momentum can all go away in one big Mustang play. If they really do something impressive, we could hear the air just go quiet in this room. St. Thomas in the corner, going to Jason Green, top of the key. Jaden Johnson guarded by Gage Stanger. See Blake Stanger right there trying to talk to his team. Get a good defensive plan. St. Thomas with it going inside. Hunter Salas going up. Great defense by Will Cooper. However, his hand, we saw that swing down and he'll be called for a foul. Great start to that defensive play by Will Cooper going up straight. But when you're going down, you can't have that hand swinging.
Yeah, if the refs see that hand move at all, and if your arms come down over the top, it's going to be a foul every time.
So now Hunter Salas at the free throw line hits that first one, and Hunter Salas at the free throw line, area where he thrives, an 80% shooter from the line. Just second in the team, as we'll see Lance Rucker check out of this game.
Yeah, and in close games like this is when players like Hunter Salas and St. Thomas look to step up, and they're going to be trying to do whatever they can do for their teams to win this game.
He does miss that second free throw, rebounded by Cooper, but like you're saying, close games, fourth quarter, you're looking for the X factors. You're looking for the guys that'll step up, that are built for these moments. St. Thomas and Hunter Salas, those are two of those guys, as Harding takes that one in for two, and he might be that X factor we've seen the last 2 years. He's put together some amazing fourth quarter performances as he attacks the lane and puts it in. A 6-point game here, the closest it's been since mid-second quarter of this game. St. Thomas kicks it out to Jaden Johnson. Going inside, Jason Green gets Harding jumping and draws the foul. Great pump fake there from Jason Green.
Yeah, and if you're Millard South, you're going to have to know that those players are going to be looking to step up and are going to be looking to take shots. So you're really going to have to emphasize on those players.
Harding now with 3 fouls in this game. And right there we saw from Jason Green, that's what the Mustangs want to do right now. They get a good inside entry. You want to pump fake because right now the Patriots, all these guys on the court are trying to make the big play. They're trying to get the rejection, the big stop, so they're going to be quick to jump. So a great decision there on the pump fake, and he makes that first free throw.
Yeah, and one of the reasons why Jason Green gets so many open looks is because he's just such a smart player with his ball fakes. And other teams paying so much attention to St. Hunter that you're going to find open shots. And if you're able to pump fake, you're going to be a good get the players jumping every time.
Exactly. 2 for 2 at the line, making this an 8-point game, 5 minutes remaining. Harding guarded by Green. Some quick dribble moves. Kicks that one out to Blake Stanger, guarded by Jaden Johnson. That's Jack Cooper. Nearly lost that ball, but stuck with it. Gage Stanger, baseline, lost that ball. That's going the Mustangs' way, and a foul will be called on Will Cooper. Oh, wow. See nearly a half-court shot there hit by the Patriots. Didn't count for anything. Yeah, that's what you like to see.
Yeah, and you can't throw those high-arcing passes like we've been talking about. Jason Green just so lengthy, easy to grab that one with ease.
Yeah, the size advantage is clear for just about all these guys on Millard North. That's an advantage they'll get every time. And that foul on that last play from Will Cooper, obviously you're not trying to tack up those fouls, but almost a good one. You don't want to give the Mustangs a lot of momentum on the fast break. So not a foul you're overly upset with if you're the Patriots.
Yeah, and from Millard South, you need to stop here. Got to keep it under 10 with only 4 minutes left to go.
It's Hunter Salas with it. Screen from St. Thomas. Hunter Salas drives the lane, puts that one in for 2. Hunter Salas has been great finishing at the rim tonight. He's got 19 points.
Yeah, and that's that baseline we've been seeing them go to all night. Surprised we haven't seen an adjustment from Millard South, but it's also really hard with these lengthy guards.
Trey Mosman going inside. Michael Harding going into the brick wall. That is Tyler Sandoval. Going across to Blake Stanger.
That's a done. Mike there.
Gage Stanger going inside. Rucker had the positioning, going up and drawing the foul. Great vision there from Gage Stanger. You saw the second he posted up, he had that inside positioning. He found Rucker down low.
Yeah, and great hesitation by Lance there, because if he goes up with that right away, it's probably going to be a block shot, not a foul. Hesitated for a second, got the call.
And right now they need Rucker to knock these down. He's a 48% free throw shooter, but that number has been rising since the start of this season. That first shot bounces in, gets that one to go. Jack Cooper checking in for Trey Mosman. And 3:54 trailing by 9. The Patriots will see this starting lineup likely in for the whole game, except maybe a few subs with guys like Will Cooper, maybe Brock Murtaugh coming in. Likely see this main core. Second free throw good from Rucker, stepping up when they need him the most, knocking down both free throws. 8-point lead for the Mustangs. 50-42 is your score. 3:45 remains.
Yeah, surprised you don't see Will Cooper in here. Need big threes. Also not the most experienced player in close games like this
And I think that's just it. They want that experience. They want the guys they know will perform in these moments. Nice inside look there. Chases his own rebound, puts it in for 2. Great play from St. Thomas.
Way to follow the shot, and if you're Millard South, you got to box out. You can't have second opportunities, which we've been talking about all night.
In these big moments, they have to crash the boards. Great inside look, but an even better rejection from Tyler Sandoval. The save, but Jaden Johnson does step out of bounds. Nice hustle play there for the Mustangs all around. "30-second timeout will be called by Coach Cannon and the Mustangs. They're leading by 10 with 3:20 to go. We're going to take a quick break and be right back in just a second. .320 left to play. The Patriots needing to get some strong offensive production. We see Will Cooper checking back into this game, likely because of his performance from beyond the arc. Going to try and get that big 3 in there. Setting a screen for Will Cooper. He's going to look to take this inside. Goes for the floater. Too much on it. Fight for the rebound. That one's loose, but Jason Green gets it.
Already see them trying to get it to Will Cooper in there.
Quickly swinging at Jaden Johnson. Goes inside, and they're going to call a foul on the Patriots. Great take there for Johnson.
Mustangs really get into the foul line in this fourth quarter. It's not what you want to see if you're Millard North or Millard South.
Right now, that is Michael Harding's 4th foul. So with 3 minutes to play, and trailing by 10, they're not going to take him out. He's in foul trouble, but they need him right now the most. So he'll have to play aggressive yet smart defense to avoid tacking on that 5th foul. First free throw there is good. And so we saw the Patriots late third quarter, early fourth quarter have some great production on offense and some big stops. They got the game down to as little as a 6-point deficit, but right now it's back up to 11.
If you're Millard South, you need a bucket here.
Engaged Stanger's going to try to give it to him. Too much on the 3-pointer. Rebound, Jason Green. And the more that clock ticks down, the more this game's looking to be in the Mustangs' favor. Patriots are going to need to do something awfully impressive to work their way back into this game. No travel called, and an offensive rebound. Keep the chances going. Hunter Salas, the offensive rebound, puts it in for 2. He's got 21. He and St. Thomas, that incredible duo, they've combined for 40 points now in this game, and Coach Lucian's going to call a timeout because right now the Patriots are going to have to put in a lot of work to cut down this deficit. Trailing by 13, 2:20 remaining here on Millard South Media. We'll take a quick break. Back from the break, 2:20 remaining. The Patriots got to pull off something special, trailing by 13.
Yeah, Millard South probably going to be looking to get it to Will Cooper here for a big 3, so be looking for that.
They just need any points on the board So we see Blake Stanger attacking the lane. Now Jack Cooper with it going up strong, drawing the foul and putting that down for 2. Jack Cooper giving them the momentum they need. Great finish at the rim. Jack Cooper with a great night on offense.
Yeah, Jack Cooper struggled at the beginning of the season, but really picking it up in this one.
Yeah, the last few games we've seen him start to get his mojo back. He's starting to put together the performances that we saw last season from him.
Yeah, and hopefully in a big game like this, momentum shifts for him a little bit and carrying into games in the future, he can get back to his groove.
Here he is trying to convert the N1. Free throw no good. Offensive rebound not gained by the Patriots. Mustangs working with it. 2 minutes to go. 11-point lead. You got to assume they're going to try and take their time and maybe get that icing bucket. St. Thomas with it. No foul called. It's going the Patriots' way.
Got to score quick here.
Kick out, they're moving that ball. They need a Jack Cooper 3. Can't deliver. Rebound won by Lance Rucker. But a foul will be called on the Mustangs. That one called on Jaden Johnson. I'm not going to lie, the second they started calling that foul, I wondered if it was on Rucker. You started to call him push back a little bit. You wondered if it was going to be an offensive foul.
Extended that arm a little bit, which usually refs are quick to call that.
But luckily for the Patriots, their hopes stay alive as Rucker will be sent to the line for 2. In the first 3 quarters of this game, we didn't see much action at the charity stripe for either team, but in this fourth quarter, a lot more physical game. 1-1 here. Rucker knocks down the first.
Yeah, Millard South has struggled from the free throw line all year, so hopefully Lance can knock the second one down and put this team back in the game.
I think this team's been very impressed with Rucker's improvement at the free throw line throughout the year. Moves to 4 for 4 from the line this game. 9-point game. Patriots cut it back down to single digits. Gage Stanger defending Jaden Johnson. They get this ball across half court. It's St. Thomas with it. They're just going back and forth. Jaden Johnson working it inside, going up strong. Gets that one down. Back to an 11-point game. Nice finish from Johnson.
Yeah, and if you're South and you're going to start fouling here, I'm assuming you'd want to foul Sandoval. So
Lance
second he gets
Rucker
that ball.
Pulling up the corner 3. That one well short. Jason Green grabs that ball. Like you're saying, you got to wonder when they resort to fouling. But a turnover there from the Mustangs. Too much on that pass. Looking for Jaden Johnson, but instead turn that ball over. Jack Cooper coming back in for Lance Rucker. They're hoping he can get them some offensive production. Knock down a 3. Patriots rolling that ball down. Got to kill as much clock as possible. Down to Michael Harding. Hesitated on that shot. They give it right back to him. He pulls the corner 3. Harding knocks it down. Patriots hopes stay alive. It's an 8-point game, 1:05 to go. Coach Lucian's going to call a timeout for Millard South, and they're going to try and pull together an amazing performance to end this game. So we're going to take a quick break and be right back after this timeout. .105 remaining here at Millard South. Patriots trim the lead back down to 8 after that Michael Harding 3-pointer. Harding's been a guy that's traditionally performed very well in the fourth quarter of action when they need him the most. That trap not successful. Hunter Salas takes it down. Patriots might go for a quick steal. They're going to get a foul, and Hunter tried to throw down the jam, was unsuccessful.
Getting a little chippy here.
Yeah. while these teams are in different tiers of success, still a rivalry game. It's still Millard North, Millard South. Salas going to the line now. We see Harding and Cooper check back in for Murtaugh and Jack Cooper.
Not who you wanted to foul, but you got to foul at some point in this game.
Yeah, really had no options. They had to shut down his drive. And that first free throw is good, getting that back to a 9-point game, trying to make it a double-digit game with 58 seconds left, making it extremely difficult for the Patriots to perform a last-second comeback. Second free throw is good. Gage Stanger taking it up. He's going to try and drive inside. Lost that ball, kicks it out. Blake Stanger steps back, goes to Harding. Taking it inside, kicking it out. Will Cooper. Michael Harding now with it. They got to get some sort of shot up. They can't kill this much clock. A deep three. No good. Rebound Sandoval. And at this point, you got to foul. And they do foul Jason Green. And right now, 37 seconds, 10-point lead. This one's looking like that might have just done it. The long possession from the Patriots with no points on their end.
Yeah, and again, that length is so affected. Blake Stanger had a pretty decent look off a step-back three, and just the length wasn't able to put it up.
So Jason Green now at the line, looking to close out this game and get the victory for the Mustangs. Misses that free throw, so 35 seconds left. They got to push it down and get a shot up quick. They'll give it to Michael Harding, who just drives inside, goes up, draws the foul, does not finish, so he'll be sent to the line for two. And you hear that Mustang student section yet again. Just glad to have student sections back in this game. Both getting very loud throughout this one. Harding knocks down that free throw. Second shot here at the line. He connects on that one as well. He will check out. Murtaugh and Cooper check back in. Obviously Harding with 4 fouls. They don't want to give him a fifth. Quick foul there from Brock Murtaugh. And automatically Will Cooper, Michael Harding checking back in. Nice strategy here from Coach Lucian.
Yeah,
and
Michael
right
Harding with a few fouls, and that's why they're doing that. Quick subbing by Lucian.
For the Patriots right now, you're happy with how quick that foul was. Got that pass in and immediately Murtaugh fouling. That does put the Mustangs in the double bonus, however, so it's 2 shots here for Jaden Johnson. Connects with that first one. Looking to make this a 10-point lead yet again. Johnson has that one off the mark. 9-point game, 28 seconds left. Patriots can't wait for a good shot. They just got to get something off. Wide open Michael Harding. That one rolls out. Fight for the rebound, out of bounds. It'll stay with the Patriots.
And Millard South needed that one just short.
Harding awfully close to getting that one down. Jack Cooper checks in for Lance Rucker. So right now, good position for the Patriots. You have 3 really good shooters you can go to. You got both Coopers and Michael Harding. And they're going to go inside, and Harding's going to get that one rejected by St. Thomas. Jaden Johnson with it. They get this one across. Hunter Salas spins, goes up, and a foul will be called on Michael Harding. So 11.7, 9-point game. This one, I think that just about does it. The Mustangs will be able to escape with a victory.
Yeah, and if you're Millard South, obviously a tough loss here, but you competed, and that's what you want against the top-ranked team in the country, or not in the countryside, in the state. You just want to compete with them.
Patriots going into this game are a 5-5 team. This is the undefeated top team in the state, the number 14 team in the nation, consisting of a 5-star player who's ranked 6th in his class. A 10-point lead or 10-point deficit right now, you're content with that. This is a game where the Patriots kept fighting, and really, it all comes down to that second quarter.
Yeah, and
the Patriots struggled. They couldn't get any points up, and that's what will come back to bite them. A loose ball. The Patriots stick with it. 8 seconds left. You're trying to get a shot off. Put some points on the board. Will Cooper, no good. That one goes out of bounds off the Patriots. 2.4 remaining.
Yeah, and I think what we just talked about will be exactly Lucian's message in the locker room after the game. great all-around performance by both teams.
And so that'll do it here. 62-51 is your score. This effort led by Hunter Salas, finishing with 25 points, and St. Thomas 18. That duo yet again with a strong performance, but we saw the Patriots fight that whole game. The second quarter, they struggled to get much going, and that came back to end it for them. But this team never gave up, and that's something you're proud of. We'll see the Patriots back in action tomorrow. They will go to Elkhorn South to take on the Storm, trying to get back on track and go to a 6-6 record. While for the Mustangs, their next game will be at Burke, and then after that, next Friday, they got a rematch against Bellevue West at Millard North, rematch of what was clearly the game of the year in that Metro Tournament final. So that'll be an exciting one to see for each of these teams, and that'll do it here on Millard South Media. So for all of us here, this is Joey Kirkle and Dylan Schiesler signing off.